Hey guys, I'm Erin and I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story. So you see, sometimes as Christians, I think we have it a little confused as to what that really means. So shortly after I was born, my parents got a divorce, and so I was constantly going back and forth between my mom's house and my dad's house. And I was just like most people in the South. I was raised in church. I was in church with my mom, in church with my dad. I was always in church. So when I got a little older and started learning about who God was and what He is, I just automatically assumed I was a Christian because I had been in church my whole life. I mean, that's all you have to do, isn't it? Well, at least that's what I thought for a long time. I also thought that getting baptized would make me a Christian, but it has to mean something, and when I was baptized, it wasn't out of my love for God, it was just because my family wanted me to. I would also go to church or go to school and quote, talk about God or quote some Bible verses on Facebook because I thought it would make me look like a good Christian. But see, I thought just because I did these things that I had a straight ticket to heaven, right? Wrong. See, I was really wearing a mask everywhere I went because I was two completely different people. I said and did these things and claimed to be a Christian, but I really wasn't. See, I would go to school, especially in middle school and elementary school, and I would hang out with the wrong people who would get me into trouble. But then when Sunday rolled around, I was the good little innocent girl that everybody loved. And see, I was trapped in a world where I was two completely different people. I didn't know what to do about it, and see, I came to BSM in 9th grade and I got involved with FCA and stuff, but God wasn't really important to me. He wasn't the center of my attention. He was just, I didn't really care about Him, honestly. And I mean, I didn't even like going to church. Actually, I hated it. The only reason why I went is because my family made me, and I thought church was like a chore, basically. Like, I hated the fact that I had to get up early on Sunday morning and get up at 8:30 and waste my day somewhere that I didn't even want to be. Finally, I started taking my relationship with God more seriously. And I would come to BSM and listen to these talks, and I really wanted to take the next step, but I wasn't sure how. And that's when I went to Judgment House, and I realized that if I wanted to be closer to God, I needed to pray and listen to what He was telling me. And then that's when I started getting involved in C4 groups on Sunday nights at Bethel, and I started getting involved with Young Life. Then one night when I was laying in bed, God just started talking to me, and I can't really explain it, but it was like somebody was just sitting right there beside me, and He said, "Erin, what are you doing with your life?" And honestly, I didn't even know at that point. And He said, "You've been saved by my grace, but you need to take the next step with me and change the way you've been acting. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but I am saying I'll help you through it." And at that point I was kind of shocked because nothing like that had ever happened to me before. And I didn't know what to do, so I just picked up my Bible and I started reading. And then after I read that for a while, I sat there and I prayed, and I started busting out crying. Tears were streaming down my face, and I told God that I wanted Him to come into my life and to take control and help me. And that night He put the verse Jeremiah 29:11 on my heart. It says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a future and a hope." And that's what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to follow God's plan for me and believe in it. And I'm not saying that following God's going to be easy, because it's still going to be challenging sometimes. It's going to be difficult. It's not some magic spell that you say and then all of a sudden all the problems of your life are gone. Like, you're going to still face people who don't agree with you, don't support you. People are going to pick on you, but you have to be strong through that and believe in God and believe in your faith. And I can say that it is going to be worth it, and God will be with you through it, and He will help you through it. You're not going to be alone, and Don't think that your life is too messed up for God to change it, because it's not, and He loves all of us, and He died for all of us on that cross, and He can change your life.